the question, bro.
Mm.
When all is done,
Mm.
just before moment you die,
Mm.
will you still feel happy about about all the people you
You have hated.
hated?
Okay. Okay. The answer.
Action.
Okay. So there were two twins living in United States, and they had like grown old. Like they both were like around 50 to 56 years of age right now. And the one twin, she got cancer. So doctor said it may be difficult that whether he will survive or not. Whether he survive or not, we don't know. So she said, okay, maybe hardly you have like maybe 6 months of time. That's it. Not more than 6 months you have to live. So she calls her twin sister. They'll talk nicely because she's dying now, right? She's talking. She says, "See, whatever happened between us, I'll forgive you. Let's be friends. But in case if I live after 6 months, same thing will continue. The enmity will continue. But if I die, till then we are friends." So it's like that. So again, there's no standard answers for anything as such. What is the question? In the last moment of your death, if the people you hate, okay. So I personally don't hate anyone as such. I personally, but regardless of if you talk about the common people, they usually have certain enemies, you know. And I had read a story in which it says they were like both were enemies. They were sworn enemies in a village they were living, and one guy dies, and after maybe 1 week, this other guy also dies, because even enmity becomes such an attachment. Even the enmity. It's like that guy says the same thing will happen in Cold War. This happened in 1980s or something. So he says the same thing will happen if United States or Russia, if somebody is willing to compromise or they drop their enmity, the other also cannot survive because they are so used to that enemy now. Okay. So you don't have to, and at the last moment you don't know because there's hardly any time. Do you think about the people you hate or the people whom you loved? Or you're leaving behind so many things. Literally, you're leaving behind everything and leaving, right? It is often said that all your whole life's memories will come back to you in a flash. Maybe true. We don't know what memories are gonna come. I don't think you're gonna. If you have, let's say, if you have time, you may, look back. I should have been nice to people. Actually, one nurse has written a book, 5 Things People Regret at Their Deathbed. There's a book in that which says, I wish I spent more time with my friend, with my family than working. A lot of things. I wish I could have, fulfilled my dream. A lot of things. She had written a book like 5 things which made many people. She was in this department where people are at their last stages of their life and they'll start. Oh, nurse will be always there, right? Even if the family members may not be there around. So she has, I haven't read that book, but I've just known about it. So different again. Death rituals are different around the world. It's not only in India. It's different. As I said the other day, the moment you are dying, you wish to leave your family because attachment makes it difficult to die. So they used to go to this Varanasi or any other pilgrimage places. In the West, today, large number of people are dying in hospitals in a very gruesome way. I don't think they'll even be conscious before they are going to ultimately die because most of them are in ICU, many will go to coma. You don't even know whether they'll be conscious before they die or they'll be sedated and life will somehow just leave. Or before this hospitalization was the general thing, many people in the West used to die among their family, as much family as possible. That's a very bad way to die. That clings. You're not allowing death to happen. You're resisting, no. That's not a good way to die. Around your family and friends, okay. It's difficult even for them, even for you. So it's a wise thing that we Indians did. So hating anybody, the revenge. I think if you have time, you may ponder that you could have been a better person. It's always there, right? At the end of the life. And once you are dead, of course, people will talk only positive things about. It's like, to a mother and a son. She was a very progressive woman. So her husband had went to Afghanistan war, but he had died there. So they were in the cemetery. This young child, they'll be like roaming around all the cemetery. And he'll come running and ask his mother, Mom, where do they bury all the bad people? Because in every tombstone, everything beautiful is written about them. And there's a very popular reason for this. The dead people are safe, right? They are no more a threat. The living means tomorrow don't know what problems they'll have with you. The living are dangerous, unpredictable. Dead are very predictable. You don't have to worry about the dead anymore. Which is why it happens with most of the enlightened beings as well. When they are around, people they'll be misunderstood. They'll be considered as a threat to the society. Once they're died, they'll be raised to the standard of the gods. It's easy to worship the photo. But a live person, oh my God, you don't know. Take anybody. The prime ministers, movie actors, anybody. Even in your own family, maybe. Your grandfather also. After that, oh, such a wonderful man. While living, oh my God, everyday trouble. So it cannot be said that everybody will regret the same thing. Many people will be proud about their lives. It's like I told you about the other day, right? The person who made billions of dollars to the Kodak company. He committed suicide at the age of 83. Not because I felt any depression. He said, yeah, I've done whatever that needs to be done. I want to live when I'm well, not stuck in the tubes in the hospital. He committed suicide. Even in Einstein, he got a heart attack at the end of his life. He refused to go to hospital. It's like, no, nature has its time. It's time to go. No need to artificially prolong life. Even I am for that. See, again, this is all very difficult terrain to get into. This is not for everybody. This should come for the patient himself or the person who is dying. He should come up with the wisdom. Others should not decide. Others cannot decide these things. And I want to know, okay, from like about 60, 65. Yeah. If that's the case, no hospital. Let's go to the graveyard. That's the best thing to do. And as I said the other day, we need to make certain spaces where people can die peacefully. It's very important. It's like literally, if you look at human life, your whole preparation is to learn how to die. The other animals, how gracefully they die. Have you witnessed how a leaf falls from the tree and falls on the ground? How gracefully. Completely let go. No more clinging. It was just one part of the tree. It has done its job. Job well done, right? Now time to leave, go. No other leaves are like, no, don't go, we will support you. No such thing. Death is very common thing in the nature. Nothing fanciful about it. It's an everyday happening, right? 1.5 lakh people are dying every day. Almost 3.5 lakh people are born every day. Just humans at the present day. So many other life forms are dying. How many leaves would have fallen on the planet just today, one day? In all the forests of the world, how many leaves? How many animals would have died? How many bacteria? How many ants? That's always happening, right? Our time is not yet, that's it. So at the end of the moment, depending on who you are, in the ancient, that's why in India we popularly called all our children's name to this. We should name our children on the gods' names because at the end of the life you will call your children, right? Rama, Krishna, Shiva, Manjanatha. They're all gods' names because it's like a kind of a safety net. And then you will call your son only, right? God will think you have called them, and you know. It's a bias like that. We even name our children as Bhagwan. So it depends on who you are, how you have lived your life. I don't think so.